Welcome to the Legendary League of Legends podcast.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
We're starting it right there. Right.
Me
I got it. I got it right as you came in.
Well, you're welcome.
All right.
I wanted to switch up the swag this week, bro.
Oh man.
I poured myself a nice glass of soda for this podcast. We're going to be relaxing and shitting on TSM.
I will or will not redeem those later, Alana.
Yeah, hey, Alana, I came. He didn't redeem shit for me. We'll talk about that later.
I actually did.
I know. I was gonna say I had
that.
to come back in like a week later and bitch at him while he was.
God, okay. All right.
It's because you're a bitch. We got 5 viewers.
So I was about like 5 minutes away from trying to find a way to Chester McBadbad from Fairly Odd Parents. You know his father?
Yeah.
I was like 5 minutes away at the end of the fucking LCS this week from doing that this episode. But thank God CLG is who they are. And they play the best game of catch. They always throw the ball back right into the mid, that's who they are as a team.
I mean, listen. The pitching accuracy, the precision, and sometimes even the speed at which the ball, game can be thrown is impressive.
Yeah.
They got curveballs. They got sliders. They got fastballs down the middle. Dion, they got it all. They got it all, Dion. That's an MLB throw right there.
Oh boy.
So yeah, RIP CLG, the only team to be 0-3. I don't know what to tell you, CLG. Get better.
I'm sure they would like to.
Am I kidding?
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of CLG, our first topic of today is that Pobelter has been benched, reportedly over behavioral issues. He has also reportedly requested a trade. I think most of this information came from Travis Gafford or someone adjacent to that. I don't know. So yeah, that's some news coming out of Pobelter and CLG from the first week of the LCS.
And I think Pobelter, I don't think bad attitude,
I don't either, but I feel like he's kind of frustrated and fed up with all the bullshit he goes through. Oh, I 100% would be, especially when he can. Yeah. At times he can compete to be one of the better mid laners in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel as if he's over the time he's been blackballed.
Blackballed.
He's been on
blacklisted.
In a sense.
I think he's got. He's got a similar problem to what Zeyzal's going to be facing a lot of, is that everybody knows what he can do. He's a rather known quantity, and nobody is going to be like, I'm taking a risk on Pobelter. Maybe he can get better, because if he can get better, it's not by much. We've seen what he can do at his peak. He played at did he play at MSI? No, I think they dropped him for Huhi for that, didn't they? On CLG. No. Yes?
That's a good question, actually.
But he did pretty well on TL when he was there, but he was still a role player. And when you're not perks and
there's nothing wrong with being a role player.
There's something wrong with being a role player, but in League of Legends, you can't. A team of 5 role players doesn't work. It never has. It never will. It's just the hard and fast truth of it, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
And when everybody wants a
San Antonio
superstar
Spurs of League.
Everybody wants a superstar mid laner. Everybody wants perks. Everybody wants Bjergsen. Everybody wants Jensen, even though Jensen didn't look too good until this year.
Yeah.
Jensen really wants that MVP. I can see it.
Yeah, Jensen really wants.
Can you blame him?
No, I can't. It's his best shot, but Core JJ is right there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then now all of a sudden Perks is there. But I mean,
I don't know.
He's not getting MVP.
I mean, listen. It's week 1, but he would have to go dumb. He'd have to go dumb.
Yeah.
Look at the man's record.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, just bring it up.
I will say though, if moving forward he has every single game five plus kills, no deaths, 5+ assists, there maybe, right?
Yeah, if it's every game after this,
he may
yeah,
he may or may not have only died 3 times this week. Still more than 0.
Yeah.
The man said he died 0 times in the lock-in tournament. He died 46 times in the lock-in tournament.
Bro, listen, if it had worked though, if he had called that shot, it would have been legendary.
It would have been, but no. No.
Listen, he held the L. I get it.
Look, and you know what's sad?
Hey, this isn't about perks. Let's get back on topic. We're here talking about Pobelter and what the fuck's gonna happen with Pobelter. Where's he gonna fucking go? Like, who wants this man right now?
I genuinely don't know.
Could it be like GG who's in the rebuild? Because like, I mean, Pobelter isn't like, he's not the number 1 right now, but he's been able to compete when he's at a high level. They could potentially, obviously they had to do some stuff because of contract and money issues, but like if they can get that trade, that could be the start of a pretty solid rebuild. Because even if he's not, consistently number 1 or 2 in the region, he is consistently performing. He does perform fairly well. He is an above average mid laner to be sure, and when he's really got it turned on, I mean, the dude's really good. And it's not a bad place to look for a rebuild, right?
True, but then he's still like, that's true, but he's still back to like, well, I guess square one, just on the back burner on, well, I guess a bad team. I guess he's got to work from there, but
I don't think he's gonna like. I don't think a team that's doing a lot of rebuild should look at Pobelter.
You like Pobelter, yeah.
It's there's a reason we have a Blaze All of Insanity, Soligo, and Palafox out here right now. It's because we're trying them out. The team that I would have put them on is probably CLG over RJS, because CLG is a team of like people who are experienced. Griffin is actually Wiggly, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Griffin is
Wiggly.
Yeah,
Griffin.
So it's like this was supposed to be a team of veterans, and it's like they're supposed to be running for playoffs, and they look like garbage. They look worse than every other team in the league. And hang on, who has a championship? Turtle has a championship. Does Smoothie have a championship? Smoothie has finals appearances either. Pobelter has a bunch of championships.
I thought Smoothie does have it.
No, he played on Cloud9 and TL back in the past. Remember that gigantic drought between that one time where C9 won a tournament last year and then shit the bed super hard?
I see. Where was TSM?
TSM went to Worlds last year. Where did you go?
TSM with Worlds. And what was that again?
Not at home sitting on the couch watching. That's where that was.
Yeah, no. We would sit on the couch seeing our number 1 seed go 0-6. But anyways.
And no one else made it out of groups either.
Yeah, but 0-6. Wow. Your dignity.
Y'all couldn't even catch a dub, bro.
Well, maybe if Cloud9 had Pobelter instead of Nizzy, they would have made it. That's all I'm saying. I think Pobelter's kind of screwed. There's no, like, he's gonna have to go to a academy team and play for a spot on one of those other teams. But like, I think his best hope is to get on an academy team for Dig Immortals, Golden Guardians, or FlyQuest, and then hope that they get into a position where they feel like they can make a run in summer, and then they'll put Pobelter in because they think he's more consistent or something. That's his best bet, and I don't know who can give him that shot, because I don't have a lot of faith in any of those teams besides maybe FlyQuest, who look more successful.
It's a tricky spot. I don't know. He could do what Zazel's doing. I linked this article last week to you and Haymant, Anthony, and I don't know if you read it, but Zazel was talking about how, in his view, the reason Zazel chose not to go to academy. It's not that he was like cut. It's that he's like, I'm not doing it, because he thought that what was a better way to show off your talent and your competition was to join an amateur team, especially with how the academy stuff was being handled with amateur stuff as well, because he's basically on a team and he's got other like former LCS players on his team. I forget who. But like he's saying, like,
is he on the one with God?
He's with Dokla, Winston, Tuesday, and Apollo.
Ah, my favorite player,
Oh, Dokla.
Like,
yeah,
you know, his attitude was like, look, like I get to compete more. I'm not just like this weird bench player, right? And like I'm not signing a contract for 4 years where I might just be an academy player for 4 years, right? Going amateur, I don't have the consistent contract, but I'm not like fucked if I never make it off academy. This is a way for me to like vie for like a top spot more than just be on the academy roster. So whether he's right or wrong, I don't know, but it seems that at least some former pros have that attitude, and that's something Pobelter might be able to do. I mean, if he's demanding a trade and not just like a cut or like a release from the contract, I don't know if anyone would trade. But otherwise, yeah, I mean it's one of the options, I guess.
I don't think that's what Pobelter would. Pobelter's a borderline world's caliber mid laner from NA. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what he's looking for. Like, even
No, me either. But if the only options are like challenge,
academy,
academy teams, then there is the real worry that you have this guy who's a borderline world's caliber mid laner from NA just stuck in a contract for 4 years or 3 years or 2 years, where for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, all he does is play on academy, right? And I don't think he wants that either. You know what I mean? And so then at that point, you're just kind of banking on another mid laner fucking up or retiring, and you know, like what's going to happen, right? It's not. I don't think it's that much safer as an option.
Yeah,
you drive a point.
I don't know. I don't think I agree that academy is less helpful to their career than going to an amateur team. They might like the lifestyle better or something.
Listen, I might be misquoting Zazel. I haven't read the article in like a week, but
I just
to make sure I'm not misrepresenting.
I can't see how playing on academy is worse than playing on a bunch of different amateur teams as they keep like popping up and down. Like, though they did change the scene a lot, so it's kind of like I'm working off of last year's idea basically, and last year just like it doesn't make any sense for me.
So here's
why you wouldn't.
Here's actually what Zazel said. He said, so the question was, so you chose amateur over academy to field more LCS offers, and he's like, yeah.
Okay.
I believe my chances of playing in the LCS within the next 6 months will be higher by not signing a multi-year contract with the academy team. I'm still showcasing my play in amateur, and I'll still have the opportunity to play the same players in the LCS Academy League due to the format shift.
Yeah.
The difference is that not being contract to an academy team makes it much more favorable to allow me to move up to an LCS team. In addition, I can field multiple LCS offers instead of only having the option to be promoted to the LCS squad of my academy organization. And so if that is, I think that's a fair point, right? Is that if you're on that amateur team, you can field 3 offers. If you're on the academy team for FlyQuest, unless there's a trade happening, you're going to be going to FlyQuest main roster, which might be more difficult with teams currently having sort of like more entrenched mid laners. Whereas if you play academy a split or two, or amateur split or two, you're playing the academy players, you're still showcasing your talent, and you will have options. So it's not like, oh, a year ago I signed with this academy roster, but I should have signed with the other one because that spot's open mid now and I can't go there, right?
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense to me. Is that he's doing it because of contracts, not because of competitiveness.
Yeah.
Good thing I reopened the article.
Yeah, that's actually.
I guess Pobelter could go do that because I guarantee you, an amateur team would want to pick up Pobelter. But I feel like that's definitely a meantime thing. But if he's still doing it by the end of this year, I bet you that's the end of Pobelter's career in the LCS as an entirety, unless he switches to coaching.
Or
I think he could coach.
I don't know, like they could maybe do some deal where they're like, yo, this dude's contract is up after this year or after like the first split of next year, so just play another split amateur and then we put right. But outside of that,
that's still pretty dicey.
So
I'm not saying it's not, by the way. I recognize.
Yeah.
It's totally bonkers.
So I
And
wish Pobelter the best of luck.
He deserves to be in the LCS.
Yeah,
Man. He's good.
In finding a team, because I do like watching Pobelter play. I think he's a pretty good mid laner. I thought he was
back Winter Fox.
He was definitely an upgrade over fucking Crown last year for CLG, and the fact that they looked better with Pobelter on them was kind of saying something.
Yeah.
And they still fucking sucked last year. Like, oh, that was sad.
I mean, I'm just gonna go through the rosters because, like, I don't know if he replaces. I mean, obviously, I think like the big teams are out, right? Like any team that's finding huge success right now, it's a no.
Yeah, but, like half the teams are out. The top 5 are out.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, like, what are the options, man? Like, he's not going out for Demonte. He's
definitely
like I said, he's not going back to CLG.
It's like I said before, he's got to go to Academy. If he wants a shot.
Well, who's the bottom 5 right now? Because is he better than Palafox? Like maybe, but
so there's
Golden Guardians, Immortals, Dignitas, and then he's came from CLG. Yeah. So those are the 4 options, and like he
honestly, like I don't think it would be that bad of a trade for some of these teams because like I know
it's not what they're doing. It's not their goal with these players at the moment. A lot of these teams are built for development purposes. I don't know what the fuck Dignitas is doing, which is why I think that's the most likely place for him to end up. But everyone else is like absolutely hodgepodging a team together out of a couple of veterans
seen, like, a trade
and some
demand
rookies.
in the LCS before?
Yes. Meteos asked for one and it got fucked up and it broke 100 Thieves. Doublelift, there was a mutual request for a trade for Doublelift last year when he went to TSM, which was the most hilarious bidding war I have ever seen. But yeah. All right, I kind of want to move on to the next topic.
Sorry.
So our next topic is that the LCS owners, Jet and Steve. I said Jet and Steve. Jack and Steve.
Yeah, nice.
Are pushing to remove import restrictions. Well, what are our thoughts on removing import restrictions from the North American League? Which, for reference, as of current, you're only allowed 2 import resident players. So that means from a region that is not NA or OCE.
Or OCE because of OCE's dissolution.
Yes.
I think it's maybe fine, but a little dangerous. I mean, there aren't really like import restrictions in other sports, but I do think it's a little dangerous to NA talent, right?
Well, here's the thing: is you're mostly looking at North American sports. A lot of other foreign sports have a lot of import restrictions.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. My bad.
So where this comes from, Hotline League, and they talked about it, and somebody brought up the British Soccer League, which has a lot of import restrictions on it. So you can't just start bringing in people from Brazil.
You can't just get a Brazilian team. Yeah.
These import restrictions are made to like improve your region's players. That's kind of the point of this. And taking that off is like, well, time to get my whole new Korean team real quick and put them in a name. And
Overwatch League. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I mean, just put on the quote unquote NA team. That's
you're telling me it's not a problem that the New York Excelsior is an all Korean team?
Probably not.
Look. For branding purposes, legend. But anyway,
I actually don't think it's a problem because like, isn't there only one Overwatch League?
Yes, but the problem is they
mean,
geolocated all of these teams, and the teams aren't related to their geolocation.
No. I understand that, but like, I think it's fine for like the Overwatch League to not have the import restrictions because it's not like they have the NAOL, OOWL, and the Korean one. So it's like, of course, there's going to be all Korean teams because like some of the teams are just Korean teams, man.
But like I said, they geolocked them. The teams were not associated to their geolocation, and like there were very few North American teams. What was it, like 3 or 4 teams actually use English as their primary language in the first year of Overwatch League? Like,
I mean, I don't know too much about the Overwatch League, if I'm gonna be real with you. But
there are
like,
very few NA players in Overwatch League.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is like I think it's a little different, right? Like I think it would be worse for a thing like
It's
League.
a very different league, yes.
Yeah, it's very without a doubt, it's very different, but
it's a negative.
Kind of
aspect
about the same
it.
stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but see, the problem with doing it, but the problem with this league is just like this is gonna it's gonna exemplify that problem even greater.
Well, I don't think it is a problem at all in the Overwatch League. I think it's a huge problem in like a region-locked sport.
No. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to say. Like this will exemplify our problem for League. Like
yeah.
Like I was just actually region locked and all that. So yeah, that would be a huge problem. And then thinking about it now, it's like getting that restriction removed from us, and then just like everyone else still has that. It's like,
well, the other thing is just like if we're being honest though, is like, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, well, because like, oh yeah. If we remove it, it's not like we're getting the fucking. It's not like we're getting the championship Phoenix roster.
We wouldn't, but we'd get Griffin. We would have gotten Griffin.
Yeah, we would have gotten Griffin, but like what I'm saying is it's not like but what I'm saying is if we're going to import like an entire Korean team, if we were just taking an entire Korean team, it probably wouldn't be the best Korean players consistently. I don't know how the best NA pros stack up against like the second tier or third tier Korean pros, but like yeah, we get Griffin, but it's not like we're taking all of FPX, right? And then what do? Is it just like C9 is now Griffin and like third string Korean players? Or is it C9 is Griffin and like a good NA player and like some good Korean? Like what? I don't know what it would even look like because we really like, I mean, realistically, I don't even know how many players in Korea there are. I don't know if there are enough Korean players that are so much better than NA players that we could have both like a Korean league and an NA league of all Koreans.
Korea has double to triple the ranked population of the North American ladder.
Yeah, that's fair. So, but like the ranked but like still, like are all those dudes coming in like LCS ready? Because like you know,
I mean, not necessarily, but Griffin would have torn up the LCS that year.
Yeah. Griffin would have, but
there's
like
always a Griffin. Every year there's a Griffin.
Yeah, and then it's like, you know.
But my question is more like how quick. Yeah, so sorry, go on.
But then you have to think about it. It's not just Korea. We could take from anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Well,
take from China.
Okay, China.
Yeah, you can take from China. You still take people from EU. That we did. We did. We
sniped that. Yes,
sir. Like we take from anywhere other than the OCE. Yeah.
Well, but other than the OCE,
nobody was gonna. We're not taking from a fucking minor region. Let me just stop you right there.
Well, you say that now and then Cloud9. But anyways, like we could take from anywhere, and like that's more of the problem.
I mean, if you remove this restriction every year, there would be a full 5-man of Korean or Chinese team coming into this league every year.
But every year, would it be the same team?
No, I think what would happen is a new team would come every year, a full new team, all put together. They'd play out the year, and then if they succeed, they'd stay, and if they failed, they'd dissolve.
Oh, so that's what I was saying though. Is what I meant was when you say full new team, do you mean it's like, okay, Dig, your whole roster is deuced, like peace out. We just have like this whole Korean team in now.
Yes, I think that would happen 100%. If you remove this rule, and we're COVID not being COVID at the moment and all this other bullshit.
Yeah, obviously that would be some other
like we have to go back to normal budget, normal travel restrictions. That those 5 people would show the fuck up every year. From one full team from China or Korea is coming to the LCS every year, and that is honestly awful to me. That sounds like an awful
I don't quite think it would be a full team every year. And I might just be wrong, right? And I'm happy to say I'm
speculating.
But
yeah.
But you know, I think it would be more likely that there's a Griffin every year, right? And you get like one dude every year, but eventually one dude every year. I mean, that's a lot of dudes. And then
it seems like it would hamper the growth of NA, and I feel like that's the fundamental problem with removing the restrictions and why the restrictions exist in other sports. I'm okay with players coming in who want to become a part of the North American ecosystem. I am not okay with 5 guys from China getting paid to just come to NA and dominate.
Like wrong, right? So like, what if it's the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, I think I want to be part of the ecosystem, but then it's like I'm homesick. It's not what I thought it was.
I mean,
like, is that a problem to you?
I'm not gonna blame anybody for making a mistake. I'm gonna
No, that was just a legitimate question. It was just like, well, how's that fit into this?
I'm not mad about Crown coming over here. He came over. He played pretty good for a few years. Then he
gave it a college try, but it was like, it's not for me. It's not for me. And like, obviously, that's fine. You can't tell that man how to live his life. But
guys like Hooney and Impact over here just living it up, being like really sociable with the community and everything. And I'm like, I love those guys. Like Core JJ's coming up too. With like these are really good figureheads.
Core JJ ain't coming up. Core JJ up right now. Core JJ is up right now, bro.
Core JJ was here with us before, okay?
And right now he just happens to be balling. My man is balling.
You know what? You're all right. Core JJ started here. What am I saying?
Yeah, exactly. He started here.
No. What I meant is that when you said coming up, it implied that he was not recently up, but my man has been.
I'm talking more in his personality and
my
space.
Bad. I thought you were just being.
Because Impact does that old top die and shit. Jensen's got bodied by Jensen. Bjergsen's got the Burger King. I hope.
My man Jensen has a cologne line now, dog. What you mean?
Like honestly, this is my problem with Perks coming over is that I'm not convinced he's like here to be committed to joining NA. I'm pretty sure he's just here because he couldn't go to Fnatic.
Yeah, maybe.
Which is why it doesn't sit totally well with me. I could be wrong. He could become a bastion of the North American or beacon of the North American scene.
But, I mean, he could at least, and even if he tries, right? You know, it might not work out, obviously, because shit doesn't always work out. But if he gives it the try, then
if he gives it a try, it's nice. Yeah. But yeah, like
I'm just happy Perks is here. Shout out my man.
You sit the fuck down, man. You sit the fuck down.
Shout out my mans.
Yeah.
I'm on a call with 2 fucking Cloud9 fans. I can't say shit about nothing.
I'll be honest though. 2 Cloud9 fans, frankly, better than whatever the hell Monty is. Oof. My man's out here repping CLG and FlyQuest and shit, and it's like, bro, why?
Hey, he likes 100 Thieves.
Yeah, okay, but that's because it's because he picks bad teams and then bandwagons a good team every split. Because he's tired of taking L's, bro.
Look, when you're a fan of 3 teams, the odds of you finishing top 3 pretty high.
I mean, not low.
Yeah, but I mean, still, look, thick and thin. We eat those L's.
I'm C9 thick through and through, baby.
Yep.
Since they came in the league, dog.
Alana, if you're still here, please clip that and send it to Haymant.
Do it. I'll tell him to his face, bro.
All right. Before we move on to the rest of our topics, I have a little tidbit that kind of came out this week. Did you guys know that Captain Flowers is graduated pre-law?
No.
He did an interview with Travis.
Pre-law?
Yeah, and he did an interview with Travis.
Imagine that man spitting on the courtroom. Yeah. Daddy Fat Cock going for Baron.
Wait.
He gives his whole his high school and college life, like what he did with sports and academics and all this shit. And I'm just kind of sitting here like, wait a minute, you're smart. What the fuck?
Like,
I thought you were just fucking scarred and go zug at people. Like, what the fuck?
I thought you were just Daddy Fat Cock to worlds, bro.
Yeah, oh my god.
Nah, my man's got that intellect. Shout out Captain Flowers, a real legend of a caster.
Shoot.
Listen, I'm not gonna say anyone could ever replace Jat in my heart because they can't, and that's for fucking real. But Captain Flowers is a beast.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna disrespect Captain Flowers, but you know I gotta stay true to the homie Jat, like through and through.
Yeah.
Every time he leaves, it hurts just as bad, bro.
Every time he changes his job to anything else, it's just pain.
It just hurts my heart, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, that's my man.
How long until he coaches CLG?
Oh my god.
10 years from now, he's gonna sign to CLG, and I'm just gonna start digging my grave. I'm like, nope.
I was about to say, I don't know,
the world's ending. Getting done.
My only comment to that is I don't know because Jat just seems smart. So
You're fair. Fair.
Yeah.
I think the only time Jat would go there is A, if the bag is insane, or B, if they're actually like contending. If the back is insane, or we have like in 10 years from now, if CLG is actually like good for once, like maybe
10 years from now. I mean, shoot, I hope they have the money to be 10 years good for now. But
all right. Do you guys want to do some fantasy trash talking now or after something after the rest of the topics?
We'll do it at the end.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think it would fit better in after the predictions or after the gameplay review and stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
We got the favorite segment of the hosts coming back. WHY.
Why?
Who hurt you?
Why?
And who hurt me? Rooney, why did you do this to me? And
but shout out Hooney for getting me a fantasy dub. Let's go.
Hooney played no part in getting you that dub, and you fucking.
Hey man, if Hooney got 1.3 less points, I didn't win the week, bro.
I got a ban on him. Like, come on.
And I still caught the dub, bro. What do you mean?
If you haven't caught on, we're talking about Ignite Camille top lane and why it is the worst decision I have seen anyone fucking make on this planet.
At least in the LCS, I do agree with the casters from several years ago that, like, realistically, if you're solo queuing and you don't trust your team or you don't personally know how to use teleport, Ignite top is fine.
Well,
but like
but
in the LCS,
this isn't Flash Ignite. This is Teleport Ignite.
Oh wait, I forgot that part. Hey, my bad. That is
Flash
a little
Ignite
bit
is a
bonkers.
different strategy here. That's just kill my lane 7 times and hope I win. This is just, hey, there's a gigantic sign that says free ganks.
Hey, look.
Wait, when did I put that up?
Wait, at least it's better than.
Yo, but he's got the E though. He's fine.
Barrier Ignite. Remember that?
Who the fuck took
Could have been cleansing.
What the hell? I've never seen that in the LCS outside of maybe Yuumi. You know what? That might... Hang on. No. 100%. They need to make Barrier work on Yumi's target through Yuumi.
No, because then the AD carry just doesn't die in lane.
No! That's brilliant! It's brilliant!
No, it makes Yuumi insane. It makes Yuumi fucking insane.
It makes it a viable summoner on her. It gives her a viable defensive summoner.
Don't bring the cat back. No. Stop it.
I'm letting the cat out.
Stop it now.
Or they could just reverse the heal changes so it does full healing to all allies, and then Yuumi takes heal, and then like the old heal. And then
I thought you meant Yumi's heal, and I was like, when the fuck did this happen?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the old heal where it used to be the support ran heal, and then the ADC ran barrier or some other aggro shit.
Okay. We're talking about Ignite Camille top lane. And it seems like Blabber himself has a personal vendetta against Ignite Camille top lane.
Would you not?
Oh yeah.
No, if I'm a jungler and I see a top laner without flash, I'm going to show up in its lane and
you're just like, oh, it's good eats. It's good eats right now.
Look, it's called I'm gonna eat that ass, okay? But anyways.
It's called yum. It's I'm not gonna say that.
Oh my God.
Hey, never mind. Don't worry about all that.
Look, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, like, he played Udyr. One thing we're gonna do, we're not actually like Mach 10 and slap you.
I mean, it's also an easy gank target because he doesn't have flash. So like, Udyr doesn't need the flash to get the kill. Like,
and even if I can't reach you, I just use the flash and just slap you and you die. It's foolproof.
Flash bear slap. Flash bear slap. What?
Like, it's foolproof.
It's this fundamental misunderstanding everybody has when they don't take flash. It's like I just leveled a new account, and when I didn't have flash on that account, I felt gimped. I felt like I was hobbling around the map, just waiting for somebody to kill me. And I'm like, I can't play the game without this summoner spell. It's a problem. This game is balanced around flash. If you don't take it, you have just chucked 80% of your mobility out the window, and I didn't realize that until this year. It's so much mobility, and so, like, it's not even just defensive. it's about securing kills too. The amount of times that I will just feign I'm CSing, flash Q on Renekton and get a kill. Like it's such a instant kill moment that you can get with it. That
I mean, also like real
no
shit. One thing I remember you told me, Anthony, when I was like worse at League, is I was like, I don't know if I should be flashing for all these kills, and then you and the other people in the call were like, flashing is always worth the kill. Like, if the options are they get out or you flash and they die, like flash. Right? And I was like, oh yeah, true.
Flash is worth 300 gold.
Yeah, like it's so good because it's aggressive, it's defensive, it allows you to do it's insane. Like, and the skill ceiling on it is really, really high. It's like really intricate, right? Like you can be good at flashing, right? If you're good at flashing, like Anthony, you've seen me play Ashe and never get hit by a Malphite ult on one of the least mobile ADCs. Fog or not, as soon as I hear that sound, I'm out, right? And I'm not even the best, I'm not even that good at the game, right? Like the skill ceiling on this shit is insane. It allows for so much play opportunity that not taking it really does make you feel. Because I also leveled in a while ago, and before I had a flash, I was like, I don't know how to play ADC or support without flash, right? If I'm Thresh without flash, literally like 30% of my knowledge on how to engage is gone. Admittedly, it's made up for by being with other new players who don't know how to position, so it's still free. But like if I'm Ashe without flash, I'm like, I just need to get 40 kills because otherwise I'll die. Like I don't know what to do. Like shit is scuffed. Why do you do it? I don't know.
Like it's the same thing. I will tell this to every Shaco, every Hecarim, whatever the fuck you're playing. If you do not have flash, you are not a champion. You are less than a fucking caster minion in my book.
Yeah, like, especially if like
absolutely pointless.
I also hate it. I've seen some people run like Ghost Ignite Darius or something.
Oh my god.
And like I kind of understand Flash Ghost, but I don't even like that much, low key. But
like, I'd rather have Flash Ghost.
I would have rather a Flash Ghost, but Ghost, like even on Darius, because I'm like, bro, like you're Darius and their team has 3 ways to get over the wall. Like, how are you gonna follow up? Like, what are you going to do when they fucking use their abilities to hop the wall and now the fight's over or your team's there but you're not there? Like, you need to do it. You need to have a way to at least every once in a while get over that fucking wall, because otherwise you're gonna have a bad game. Like, you're not going to be able to secure certain kills. You're not going to be able to run from anything. Like, you're over. I don't know. I'm sure they know something about the game we don't, but they didn't.
No, they don't. Dub, so, they don't. I've been watching this game for fucking years. Every time there's something stupid like fucking Smite or Ignite top comes out, it just gets fucked. The only reason why Smite top lane was remotely functional is because of how snowballing it was. Yeah, it's because it was a jungle item that gave you like 15. It gave you like 500 health or something, and then you got 15% of your total health TP over.
Smite. And you would take TP Smite because you would also just pick like Hecarim and you could just ult out if you needed it, which isn't as good. But like, I mean, the item's utility was just so much higher than.
You had so much health, and Regis Glory had like 750 HP.
And on top of that, you could, if you're playing at least, especially in the pro leagues, right? You're gonna have the team coordination to use the TP and the double Smite really effectively.
Yeah,
you'll be able to get like you'll be able to get secures. Right, whereas if you're playing in solo queue, that shit doesn't really work. Like that shit don't work. Like, you're just gonna catch them out.
It doesn't work. Yeah,
I think this was also during like split push or not split push, lane swap ish meta. So sometimes you were gambling to kind of be a second jungler a little bit, but it's just
But it doesn't work. It doesn't work anymore. It's a different world.
People just don't get this, and I don't understand why pros fall into this trap. What if there's analysts out here that can somehow prove to me that this is so good and 150 extra damage for my first 3 levels is somehow useful on Camille, the champion who gets a fucking 300 true damage Q at level 1? Like,
with the shield.
What?
With every engage every 30 seconds, by the way.
Do you think it has anything to do with like an ego thing where it's just like, I'm better right?
No,
Because
but
that was the
you're playing
C9 game.
five
right?
other people. You are not playing one person. This is the problem.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if it's an ego thing or if it's just a like, fuck it, we're gonna hit the gas thing. Like, I don't understand it either. But like,
I wish I could pull up the statistics for how much Camille wins with TP Ignite versus Flash Ignite or versus Flash TP, but I just can't because they're not organized like that for me to get it, and I'd have to do it myself. But it lost, I think, all 3 games I saw of it this weekend. And it just looked awful every time. The jungler showed up, the jungler killed them over and over again, and then the enemy team just loses because they're playing with less of a champion. And the champion got camped. So they're even less of a champion. You can't do this against intelligent players. You can't. You can't do it. It might work in solo queue, but this isn't solo queue.
The fact
but that's because solo queue's a jungle where like just having like 2% better mechanics can win you a lane, right? Like.
So yeah, fuck Camille.
Low key, as a C9 fan, I was happy to see it.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Wait, but you have Honey on your fantasy team.
Yeah, but whatever.
No. Yeah, I'll make mistakes like that.
It's not a mistake. I caught the dub.
Yeah, no, you did, but look,
Honey was actually one of my highest scoring players if he didn't get banned.
Oh yeah.
True.
He scored like 70 something points.
Yeah.
That's a good thing I got that ban through. Okay. Now, let's talk about some of these results more specifically. And my favorite thing that happened this weekend was there were 4 games that broke like 45 minutes. And I loved it. I loved every fucking minute of it. Watching late game League of Legends is so much more entertaining than watching early game League of Legends, where it's like 85% of the time a snowball for one team and they're gonna win, or it's like you wait up for a team fight at 24 minutes and the game's over. It's like that one meta where it was basically everyone scales up to Baron, fights for Baron, and whoever gets Baron goes and ends the game. That was the worst fucking meta for me because it's just like nothing matters. And like so long as you can keep a game even for 24 minutes, it's like 50-50. But now, oh my god, watching these late game, so entertaining. You actually have like maneuvers and stuff. Like one game has a Twisted Fate threatening the back door, and the Orianna has to fucking stand next to 2 open inhibitors with no minions for like 5 minutes. It was great. It's like, holy shit, this is the sort of mind-numbing shit that everybody hates to deal with, but I fucking love. It's exactly why I want to play League of Legends, to make people just have to do bad shit that they don't want to do. Like sit next to 2 open inhibitors. I
was surprised to see it given like the speed of a lot of games more recently, but
yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah. Especially what game was that? It was it was CLG versus TSM. Yeah.
That was CLG's fault. CLG's the one who did that.
I'm not gonna lie. Watching that game, I'm just like, they really lost that. Like, damn. Like, you guys really did that. So to
talk about the CLG TSM game specifically, I kind of saw this one turning point, and it's where Sword Art accidentally goes over the wall, and then PoE just fucks himself by flashing over for some reason, or he E's over the wall for some. And I'm just like, why'd you do that? Just hit him over the wall for a little bit, and then try to tunnel them. The dragon's still available. Y'all could have just turned on the dragon and killed it, like. But no, for some reason PoE has to go kill himself, and then fucking Lost is trying his hardest to drag TSM out of this goddamn hole. I'm like, I was proud of Lost that game. That was a good fucking game out of Lost. He was the only one that could keep his consistent performance that game.
Yeah, and TSM won it by the skin of their teeth, like.
Well, no, but after that point, TSM were mostly in control. Like TSM chucked super hard, but then for some reason they got control enough to win another fight, and then pick up Soul, and then pick up Elder, and then it's like, well, how the fuck are you gonna lose now? Like, what the hell? CLG just seemed to have no idea how to play around that late game. And when it hit that late game, TSM just kind of hit a switch. And it wasn't perfect. It wasn't the best late game I've ever seen. It wasn't the cleanest. Because if they could play the late game that cleanest, they wouldn't have hit it. It wouldn't have gotten that far. The late game isn't actually that complicated. It's pretty fucking simple. You split push and try to threaten out all of their teleports. That's it. That's the game. And when your team has an Udyr who cannot kill anyone at this point. Udyr has fallen off of a cliff. And he has to fight against Olaf, who hasn't fallen off of a cliff somehow. I don't know why he was still relevant either. But you have to get Udyr on top of a Xayah and an Azir. Do you know how hard it is to get an Udyr on top of, through an Azir wall or on top of Xayah ult? It's impossible. He gets just kited out and chewed apart. He can't do anything. It's just pointless. Oh, he also has no MR. So Azir eats him alive.
And yet, all this happened. But
also, if you ever pick Lulu top again, Huni, I'm going to lose my head. Please don't do that to
Yo,
me.
Jimmy ran it. Jimmy's a god. Don't ever disrespect my man Jimmy like that. Hey, that's not. Hey, don't ever talk about Jimmy like that, Anthony. That's my guy.
Down over 100 CS.
Hired Jimmy for the LCS, bro. He never lost a lane like that.
And now can we talk about the...
Dion knows Jimmy. Real Lulu top Chad.
But
Dion's like, I'm not talking shit. I'm not saying shit.
I'm not saying shit. For fear you might be watching this, but... for fear you might be watching this, I'm going to say nothing. Anyways, let's talk about the most viable player right now for fantasy. Blabber.
Who has Blabber?
I did. I.
So
that was a gamble, my man.
Well, it turned out.
I mean, I can't say
next week.
I can't say much because I intentionally picked Perks after the lock-in tournament, but like, fuck it, bro.
Yeah, and
you got lucky with that Yon game, man.
Did I pick a Yon game?
Yeah,
I did.
Yon, and he got a Yon game, and he didn't fucking die.
But that was buddy. But he had the least raw point. No, it was not his most points though.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. Well, listen, I know my guys. I clutch games. That's what I do. I have the clutch gene, Dion. If it's a 1v3, a 1v2 in CS and Valorant, and you need somebody, you want me in there, bro. That's me. That's my lifestyle.
So, Dion, what do you have to say about Blabber? I still think he's inconsistent. I think he just kind of got some pretty easy matchups this week. He played in the Ignite Camille top twice.
True. You're like very much true. And then it makes you think with that whole IMT game. It's like, what the hell happened? Like, they let Cloud9 have 3 of the arguably best champions so far. Renekton, Pantheon, and Talia. Well, I wouldn't say Talia being the best, but
yeah.
For Cloud9.
So here's the thing: they got basically 4 of the top champions in the top 2 champions in that role, and Immortals somehow went down to Orianna mid, Lucian AD carry, Leona support, Lilia jungle, and Camille top lane, which I guess the Camille top lane's pretty okay. But the rest of it's just like some B tier trash.
Yeah, like
how like the whole TSM roster?
They beat CLG.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, bro, the B tier can beat the F tier. That's not the question, but like, fuck.
Hey, we'll find out next week. We'll see.
Just like they let that happen. I'm just like.
I don't know what this draft is. I don't know who the fuck bans Jackson their first set of bans. I don't know who the hell is banning out it
hurts my eyes looking at it. Like this.
Oh, I can't. See it. I can't see the pick order for their team composition, but like, I can't imagine a world where you pick up a Lucian and an Orianna. Like, that combo is bad. Okay, it's not bad. It's just like, it's like, why would you run this? What? Like, there's so many options up.
Simply do not.
There isn't an AD carry band. That means they opted into running Lucian. Like
That's
against
a bad
every other
choice.
AD carry.
That's a pretty bad choice.
Yeah.
Did they pick the other one first?
I have no idea.
I have no idea that what this pick order is. Like the only way I feel like they could have put themselves into this is if they put in Lucian before they saw Yone. Then Yone comes out and you're like, well, we don't want to put Lucian into Yone, so you swap in Orianna and put Lucian on AD carry because you think it functions.
Wait, which game was this?
C9 versus
Cloud9
Immortals.
versus
It just
I'm gonna look up the pick order.
it just doesn't make any sense to me why you're not running Samira.
Yeah,
Like-
you have Samira, you have like
And why the fuck did Pantheon get through? Like what the
Yeah,
fuck? How
like-
do you get
I-
Pantheon, Renekton, and
Sorry, it's-
Talia?
that's what I'm talking about. That was like you let these three picks go through. The first three picks.
Yeah, so Lucian was last picked. So the first round, they got C9 got Pantheon, Talia, Renekton, and Immortals got Camille,
Alana,
Lilia, and
Beautiful.
Orianna. And then in the second round, C9 picks Immortals picks
Wait,
what the fuck is it called?
who
Leona.
did they first pick?
Who?
Who's C9? C9 first picked Pantheon, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck
yeah,
is
yeah.
the counter not Talia Renekton?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but then so basically in the second round, they first Immortals picks Leona, then C9 picks Kaisa Yone, and then last pick they final last pick Lucian. After everything else comes out, that's very bad.
That's so awful. Like
That's very bad.
Leona Samira is a fucking amazing lane. And sure,
Hey,
the
I know, we've
Pantheon can
run
just
that shit.
dumpster the Samira's ultimate, but it's the
But-
support. You can just kill him.
Like this
Bro,
is where we
we run
come.
that
Like,
shit.
this
I
is-
know how good that
they
is.
They already
lost-
have
lost, like-
Orianna. Like what the fuck?
Like
Yeah, they had everything.
lost that, like
Dion, you got something to say?
no, like this is just the whole.
I just
I want
I
to say coach chat, but I don't know what to say. This is just
I also
I
don't
don't
agree with Cloud9's bans. I don't know why we're banning Galio over Leona, or like I can buy the Alistar, but I just does Galio do really good against Pantheon? I guess.
I mean,
no,
it's okay, but it's not.
I mean,
bonkers.
I would say it's like okay ban.
I just don't.
Just,
I am the #1 hater of fucking Galio support. I think it is awful. I think you are the squishiest motherfucker on the Rift every time you lock that shit in, and you're gonna die on repeat because you have to go to melee range to be useful.
See, my thing is like it might be for maybe the Yone matchup,
Why?
maybe.
But they already have Orianna. You can't move Orianna.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't move it.
Orianna
Yeah, so.
support, bro. How Riot intended.
In between the Jax and the last pick Lucian fucking AD carry and picking Lilia Camille over Renekton Talia,
Yeah, Talia,
when
yeah.
that's open to you, like the fact that Talia is the best jungler in the game right now, besides maybe Udyr, who is banned. Udyr and Olaf are both banned, and so is Hecarim. I don't know why they banned. Why should I ban Hecarim?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know. Yeah, that was a weird. Yeah,
That's
that was weird.
whatever. Like I just. Why? Why do you do this, Immortals? What fucking planet are you on where this is a good decision?
Yeah.
And that's before talking about their build paths. I don't think they're that bad.
I'd rather not look at that. I'd rather not look at that.
Okay, look, for real, I honestly think it is probably just actually good to go for what the fuck is the item called? Magi's. I think it's just good to go for Magi's because it's a legendary and it's 1600 gold. I think that's just good. I think you go Corrupting Pot, Dark Seal, then finish item, upgrade your Dark Seal, and then you go to like either a Void Staff or a carry item or whatever the fuck where you need to go to. But
I mean,
you just see. I just think legendary is a broken stat line on these items. All right, we got like 5 minutes left before Matt gets to his heart out. I didn't prep any graphics this week because Haymont is also out, and I need to come up with a new thing to do with the days. Because I want to make it rotate instead of just being a gigantic list, because that's not going to fit.
So what are we going through? Results or predictions?
Let's just go through the predictions.
All right. So match 1, we got Dion. You can do these on the fly if you haven't done them, obviously. We got first game 100 Thieves versus Fly. Me and Anthony both coming in with a crunchy 100 Thieves pick.
Yeah, I'm with that. The 100 Thieves.
I don't think we need to talk about why.
No.
And neither for the next one. CLG versus TL. Me and Anthony, and I'm gonna guess Dion, pick Team Liquid.
You mean fucking Dupree is gonna pick Team Liquid every time? Like, come on.
I mean, listen, bro. Like, even Haymant's gonna pick TL here. Like, even Haymant's not gonna go that dumb.
Don't put don't do that. Alana, don't clip this one.
Oh my god.
Listen, okay, so CLG versus TL, we're all picking TL. C9 versus EG, me and Anthony C9.
Yeah. Oh, okay, good.
Did you watch this week?
Whoa, that's a wrong pick. I did not type dig there. Oh. Holy shit. Holy shit. That was wrong. Anyway, that was the next one. So what do you got, Dion? C9 or EG in this one?
Of course. You know what I pick.
My guy's got C9. Let's go.
Of course.
TSM versus GG. We got 2 TSM so far.
Yeah.
Sadly, I had to say TSM.
Oh man, every time, like, these games are the ones that make me really on edge for TSM, because I'm like, we can't lose these games. Come on, we can't.
And then you lose to 100 Thieves deep in the playoffs. Yeah. Anyway, Dig versus Immortal. This is where I accidentally picked Dig, and did not mean to pick Dig. So we have 2 Immortals. What you got, Dion? Dignitas or Immortals?
Dignitas or Immortals.
This might be the closest matchup of the week. Like
yeah,
which is kind of sad, to be honest.
That is
the only one that I think might be closer is either EGC9,
CLG versus TL. You're right. No,
or C9 versus 100. Do not put it past fucking Counter Logic Gaming to come out with some spicy shit against TL and win.
Like, yeah, but it's not likely the most close.
But it's Counter Logic.
I don't give a fuck, bro.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna pick Immortals for this one.
All right. Day 2, we got first game FlyQuest versus Counter Logic Gaming. Me and Anthony have locked in FlyQuest.
FlyQuest.
Dion has as well. C9 versus 100 Thieves. We have 2 C9s for me and Anthony. Although I agree that this one may be a bit closer than, any other game this week. Most other games this week.
There's a TL 100 Thieves one too, which I think will give it a run for its money.
Yeah, but outside of that, a lot of these seem one-sided. So who you got, Dion? I'm assuming you're picking C9.
Yeah, of course.
Golden Guardians versus Dignitas. Me and Anthony have locked in Golden Guardians.
Golden Guardians or Dignitas? Well,
I feel like Matt has copied my homework.
I'm sorry that most of these games seem lopsided.
Yeah.
That's my fucking bad. I didn't realize I was in charge of scheduling the LCS matches. That's
pretty sure it's a computer, but sure.
Yeah, I mean, but also we always have these every split. We have a few weeks where it's just dummy one-sided.
I'll give it to Golden Guardian. I can't think Dry Dog.
TSM versus TL. I have selected Team Liquid, and Anthony shockingly has abandoned his boys for Team Liquid.
Have you seen my boys? I'm not the one who abandoned them. Fan, they abandoned me.
Anthony, I was picking C9 to win the lock-in tournament even after I saw the dumb shit they were doing, because I'm down with the team, bro. Those are my guys.
How'd that work out for you?
Yeah.
Not well.
We're down with it.
Look, I will
die on the fucking Titanic, Anthony. I'm not getting off the goddamn boat, brother.
All I'm saying is, if you want me to back your team, stop picking Karma, stop picking Lulu. These don't belong in the top lane. Stop it.
Yeah. Anyways, my pick is Team Liquid.
Yeah, obviously. We got Immortals versus Evil Geniuses. Me and Anthony have both selected Evil Geniuses.
Yep.
Day 3, we have Team Liquid versus 100 Thieves. Both Anthony and I have selected Team Liquid.
Team Liquid. Ooh.
Team Liquid over 100 Thieves. We do think that a team made exclusively of water will beat 100 individual Thieves in a fight. In a fair fight.
Blood so fast. Why isn't it called a ninja?
I don't even know what that is.
That's Shen's taunt line or something.
Oh,
I haven't played Shen since it was viable support for 2 weeks, bro.
It's still viable support.
I haven't played Shen in a long time.
No.
I haven't played him.
You gonna tell me it's more viable than my Thresh or my Nami,
no,
bro?
I'm not gonna tell you that. No.
Yeah, because it's a fucking lie. So
Still,
TL versus 100.
100 Thieves, actually.
Damn, Dion's switching it up.
I'm gonna take that.
All right. We got Immortals versus TSM. Both of us have selected TSM.
Yeah, I'll give it to TSM.
Evil Geniuses versus Dignitas. Anthony. Evil Geniuses is a 3.
Yeah.
C9 versus Fly. 2 C9s. I assume a third on
3.
deck.
Yep.
GG versus CLG. I assume 3 GGs on deck.
Yeah.
Okay. So it seems like outside of TL versus 100 Thieves, we all think the exact same thing for this week. I kind of hate these weeks in the LCS when everything just seems pretty cut and dry beforehand.
Because it never turns out that way either. That's the worst part.
I know, but it's like I'm not gonna gamble on like CLG clapping TL because then because I care way too much about my KD ratio,
which
in this is my pick percent ratio.
You know what we will gamble on? GME. What?
Oh,
I didn't know. I'm not gambling on shorting a stock like that, bro.
No. We're not shorting it. We're buying.
That's what they were doing. No, they were shorting it, bro. That was the whole point. It was a fucking pump and dump short, bro. Like,
I can't.
Don't make me talk about fucking shorts right now. But I think we're out of topics. So I have one question for the both of you. Anthony, do you want to take us home?
Yeah, I think that'll do it for us this week on Legendary League of Legends podcast. You can catch us live Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Nizzy2K11. Catch the VODs on the YouTube channel Legendary Podcast. You can catch the audio version wherever you get your podcasts. And if you want to hear us talk more about fantasy shit, just like leave a comment or something and I'll see if I can fit it in.
Bet. Have a good night, gang.